Hello and welcome to Follow Everton. This is another of my little tactical review snippets to show some of the highlights of our match against Liverpool, where we had our first win at Goodison against the Reds for over a decade. So another piece that really stood out to me was having Ben Godfrey rather than Ashley Young back in the squad in the right back position. I'm still going through all the points of the game, but his athleticism and his recovery pace really stood out to me. And in particular, he was pivotal to saving us a near certain goal. Granted, Darwin Nunez has been prone a bit like Haaland this year to missing open goals, but this was a really scary moment that he deserves a whole lot of credit for. So early on, again, it was right after the offside call for the penalty for Everton. They brought up the ball off the left-hand side to Curtis Jones, and then they switched play really quick through McAllister, and then the inverted fullback in Trent Alexander-Arnold coming into that position where it was flagged there in the red. What ended up happening, and it's pretty common in football, of course, to switch sides and get teams out of position, but Everton's team was primarily on Liverpool's left or Everton's defensive right-hand side, playing quite compact, and it needed the skill set of Trent Alexander-Arnold to expose it. But even right here, I have 4 Everton players flagged in blue. So Ghana Gay, Mikalenko is about keeping an eye on Salah, who's just off the screen, flagged there in white. Abdoulaye Doucouré and Jack Harrison are all freed up, not marking space. But Trent Alexander-Arnold is worth the money he is for a reason. So he makes a cross over to Mohamed Salah here. And at this moment when the ball is in the air, Tarkowski is chasing Curtis Jones. Darwin Nunez is on the goal side of Jared Branthwaite and running into that space flag there in green. And Mohamed Salah has timed his run to perfection to put Mikalenko, expose him for being slightly out of position, and a perfectly weighted pass comes to Mohamed Salah. So that space there in green is exactly the area that Liverpool are looking to exploit from doing their switch of play to switch it back into the middle and see what space they can find. So the ball is now at the feet of Mohamed Salah. He didn't have a great game to his standards, but what he did in this scenario is be able to knock the ball centrally first time. And if you look at the Everton players, the player with the best recovery, best position right now is Ben Godfrey. Branthwaite isn't at full speed. Tarky's at his full speed, but that's not fast enough compared to the strike force of Liverpool. And you can kind of see where flagged in white there, Ben Godfrey's running right next to Curtis Jones and diving into the middle. So as this play happens, we have Mohamed Salah now crossing back into the middle. Pickford makes a dive, but it goes past him. And you see the outstretched leg of Ben Godfrey get in there first, just before the 2 Liverpool players of Curtis Jones and Darwin, who have a simple tap in. So what does this all mean? Well, we know Ben Godfrey. We've had our complaints about going forward with him, and I think if we truly want him as a right back option or as a fill-in, I think he can certainly do that on the defensive side. We know he maybe struggles if you're asking him to win the set piece from a header defensively, but as long as you're not putting him against a dangerous striker who can win the ball aerially, he does hold himself up quite well, I think. And with a team that lacks pace or true accelerational pace, him and Branthwaite are those 2 players for us right now. So when we do play against pacey wingers and we need someone to bail us out, Ben Godfrey has done that a few times this year. Fulham stands out to me in particular. But anyway, as I said in the last one, these are pre-recorded. We're also going to be doing a match preview with Brentford here shortly. So if you like this content and if you have any feedback of how I can approach these better, or if there's any topics in particular you'd like me to cover from the match, please let me know in the comments and I will cover that in due course. But until next time, everyone, thank you. For everyone from Follow Everton, up the Toffees.